Dorothy Love, and you're not married?
Mm-hmm.
And you're not married?
No, I'm not, Groucho.
I should think with a name like that, you'd be working on husband number 15 by this time. Are you married?
No, I'm not, Groucho.
Well, then I pronounce you man or what? First kiss her, and then you start handing over your paychecks. George, bring out the next contestant.
Dropping your gun a little bit, Mr. Marx.
I'm Dorothy. Where do you hail from?
Peoria, Illinois.
Peoria,
That's right,
That's a
down
big
on the
beer
river.
town. That's a big beer town.
That's
isn't
the
it?
biggest
And
industry
Ed, where are
there.
you from?
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Groucho. Also a beer town.
That's an even bigger beer town. Why, you two were made for each other. You've both been weaned on beer. All you have to do is get your heads together. I now pronounce you Schlitz and Budweiser.
This is so sudden. Is that what you
Yes,
said?
that's true, yes. Dorothy, do you have a job?
I teach at Hollywood High School and Fairfax High School in the adult education department.
What do you teach?
I teach speech improvement and speech arts in the fine art department to foreign born, adjusting them to the ways of
You're
America.
a dramatic coach, huh? In other
That
words,
too. But,
You teach the foreign born?
yes.
Did you ever hear of Leo Rustin?
Oh, yes.
He's
The
written a
books are
couple of books
wonderful.
about that very thing.
Only my people are like that, and they're funnier, and they're for real.
Do a lot of funny things happen in your
Oh.
schoolroom?
Wonderfully funny. At least I think they're
Well,
very.
tell us about something.
They, for instance, one Christmas, the ladies decided that I had been single long enough, and so each one of them brought me a box with something black in it to lure myself a husband.
Well, why would a black box bring you...
Something in the box was black, and most of it was lingerie.
Oh, I see.
Odds and bits, you know,
Oh.
lingerie.
Well, I don't wear any myself.
You see, black underwear is supposed to have something to do with
supposed to
allure.
be symbolic with the sin?
Well, I don't think it's
Have you,
sin.
do you have a job, Ed? This is a subject that I think we better depart from.
Yes,
You just sit around the house all day collecting your unemployment insurance.
well, not very likely. You see, I work for the federal government and have been
do?
for the last 23 years.
Well,
Groucho.
goodbye, Ed. It was nice meeting you. I'll send Penniman out. Now, what do you do for the government? You just rob them, the same as everybody else?
Well, I'm in a delightful position where I help people get money, Groucho.
You do?
In the sense that I manage the United States Social Security office in Hollywood.
Oh, you mean you're the guy who someday is going to give me my Social Security?
Well, I hope so, because my office takes care of Hollywood and Beverly Hills,
Well,
Groucho.
could you
and,
give it to me now so I can get my laundry back?
We'd be very happy to if you
What do you
reach
have
that
to do to get
retirement
this
age.
money?
Well, first of all, you have to be 65 if you're a man and age 62 for a woman.
Yeah, and that's all?
That's all. Besides working under Social Security a certain length of time to become what
Well, you
we
have
call
to work,
insured.
huh?
Oh, yes. You have to work and pay taxes.
Let's forget it.
Good idea.
As a matter of
Now,
fact,
you say a
we've,
woman has to be 62? Have you ever met a woman who would concede that she was 62?
this is the only time that it pays for a woman to tell the truth when she is 62. And
Yeah,
most people,
that is.
well, we found that a lot of women have been 40 for so long, and immediately they're 62 when they file for Social Security.
What a struggle they must go through, huh? Well, I can't get you two married. Don't you and Ed have some hobby in common?
Sure.
Perhaps I've overlooked something that might bring you together. Dorothy, when you're not teaching, what do you do? Ball the jack or anything?
I fish off of the Santa Monica Pier, the sport pier, you know.
Oh,
It's wonderful. It's
You
much
like-
more
you like
fun.
fishing,
Oh,
huh?
I'd rather fish than eat.
well, apparently you've been doing both. Then. I don't want to get personal, Dorothy, but aren't you just a teeny-weeny bit overweight?
Well, I say teeny weeny. I say 10 pounds, or 12, maybe 15.
15?
Yes, I admit it.
Well, why is that? Can't you stick to a diet? Or don't you want to be thin?
So, I don't know. I have a lot of fun this way, and I'm awful busy. But I'd like to We'd all like to be glamorous, you know, and that sort of thing.
Well, I think you're glamorous.
Oh, you do? Oh,
Yes.
Groucho, I
And
love
I
you.
think you're witty, and I
love
think
you.
you're
I
cute,
love
and I
you.
think you're charming.
I love
And
you.
if this fellow doesn't
I
marry
love
you,
you.
he should be horsewhipped. Well, why can't you stick to a diet?
Well,
Crazy
Groucho,
about me?
I'm going to be perfectly frank.
Well, I
I can
wish you
stick
would.
2 days with
You've
it,
been
and then
frank about your underwear. You might as well be frank
I'm
about
so
this.
bored with diets that I completely forget them, and I get all interested in my students and trying to help them, and fishing, and running a house, and this and that and other thing, and all. It's much easier to grab a hamburger at the corner drive-in.
Let's see. Well, you
and worry
can't-
about what balances with what, and add 5 to 10 calories and get some protein in the. Shall we change?
Well, no. We have an expert here on the grounds
Do we?
here. Would you like him to come
Oh,
on?
sure. I have drawers of diets.
I know, you said they were black.
Those two.
Dr. Fenneman, would you come out here a minute?
Those two.
This is old Dr. George.
No, he's not a doctor. You do for sure?
Yes. Now, would you mind explaining your problem to him, and maybe George can help you?
Problem? Which one? That's the trouble.
I mean
I
about
worry. I'm a nervous
overweight.
nibbler, and then I worry.
She's nervous
I nibble,
about her
and
weight,
nibble,
no?
And I worry, and then
She's a nibbler.
Yeah, nibbler.
Well, that's too bad.
It's expensive, I guess.
That's too bad. You mean when you go to a doctor and tell him you've got rheumatism or something, the doctor says that's too bad, and says, give me $10? George, let's be sensible for a second. What should she do about this problem?
Well, I don't know what you should do about it. You don't have a problem. You're all right. I like it.
I don't care either, but that's so easy.
He doesn't know, but he's got a problem. He's going to get bounced. That's
He's not a very good doctor.
No. Ted, do you have any advice to give Dorothy?
Well, none except that I follow a low-fat and high-protein diet.
Well,
Dorothy, I wouldn't want to
fat,
change
and
one
I eat
ounce.
the silly old protein stuff.
I like you the way you are. Don't you, Ed?
I think she's very charming.
Thank you. You're very kind.
I now pronounce you high protein and low fat. That'll be $3, please. Well, I'm sure you're both more interested in winning some money than in discussing your private problems.
That would be nice.
Dr. Fenneman, bring out the question box. What category had they chosen?
World geography, right? Mm-hmm. You understand how to play the game?
I think so.
Well, you got 4 questions to make $500. And the 100 are easier than the 2, and the 2 are easier than the $300 questions.
Okay.
There we go.
You know,
100.
Ed, when it comes to your turn, you can take a $300 one if you want.
Thank you, Groucho.
You don't have to be influenced by Dottie.
I don't know. I think so.
For $100, where are the lakes of Killarney?
I think so. Ireland?
Ireland is right.
You now have $100 and 3 more chances to make 5.
For $200, what is the largest city in Finland? Come on, kids.
I'm afraid I don't know the answer.
Well, it's Helsinki.
Another $100 question.
What important country shares the same peninsula with Portugal?
Spain.
Spain is right.
You now have $200 question. $200. You have 1 more question left to make 500. And that's what I was getting at there. With $300 question.
For $300, Florence, Italy is on what river? Talk it over.
The Po?
No, I'm sorry. It's the Arno, A-R-N-O.
So you
So,
wound up with $200.
sorry you didn't win more. Congratulations anyway, and thanks for coming down. It was fun having you here.
Thank you very much, Groucho.
Groucho, we have Elsie Ziskind who wants to talk to you. And her
You
partner
know
is...
she wants to talk.
Well, you know, you figure that as long as they're here.
Well, that's ridiculous. Might just be here to win some money.
Elsie Ziskind is here,
Yes.
and her partner is a
You
special
told me
guest.
that.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to talk to you now.
No. Well, I don't blame her. I don't want to talk to you either.
And her partner, I think you'll want to talk to, one of Hollywood's brightest young stars, Mr. Gene Nelson. So won't you come out, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and the next time. How are you? This is one of the great American dances, Mr. Nelson. When I was a kid, I used to save up my money so I could go to the movies just to watch it. And your name is Elsie Ziskin, is that right?
That's right.
Isn't that a musical instrument, a Ziskin, that you play like this or something? Hungarian? Where do you spring from, Elsie?
Philadelphia.
Or at? What's that?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, huh? Why did you leave Philadelphia? You got sick of Scrapple?
I left Philadelphia because my husband wanted to come out here.
How long have you been married?
21 years.
21 years. That's a long time. How do you account for 21 years of inspired bliss? Do you have some secret that you could divulge?
Well, it's not exactly a secret. I think a woman should let the man be the head of the house, respect him as such, and get to know him well enough so that, for instance, in my case, if he sits at the other side of the living room and looks at me and about to say something, I answer him before he says it.
Must make it a very interesting conversation. Well, how can you give him an answer when he doesn't even get a chance to ask the question?
I know what he wants to say.
Oh, he must be a real brilliant talker, this fellow.
He doesn't get a chance.
Oh, he doesn't get a chance to talk. No wonder you've been married 21 years. How about you, Gene? Are you married?
Oh, yes, Groucho.
Happily married?
Very.
Well, isn't this wonderful? A couple up here and both of them are happily married. How old are you, Gene?
I'm 39.
Really? You don't look it.
I think it's been a handicap in many respects.
You mean the fact that you look so youthful?
Yeah.
In what way?
Well, professionally it has. When I was like 19 or 20, I looked about 16. When I was 25, I looked about 19 or 20. And consequently, when the casting directors in the various studios, they hire you for a part, and you say, well, I'm 25, and they look at you and say, we're not doing teenage pictures today, you know. And but I'm gaining on it now.
Oh.
And now I'm getting...
I have a similar problem, you know. When I was 18, I looked 80. Elsie, do you have a job, or does housework keep you busy?
No, I have a job, Groucho. I'm
What
a
do you
waitress at Lenny's of Beverly Hills.
Oh, the delicatessen. I go there frequently. Haven't I seen... I've seen you at Lenny's.
Yes, you have.
If you're the one I'm thinking of, I've waited on you many times. Elsie, would you say I'm a good customer, or am I the complaining type?
You're the complaining type.
In what way? I don't complain every time. Sometimes
You
when I
complain.
stagger out of your place, I'm too sick to complain. What do I complain about?
You
The
complain
food?
about everything. You
Well,
complain
what?
about
What,
the air
Dave?
conditioning. It's not on right. It's too hot or it's too cold.
I had the air conditioning on rye, you say?
And then sometimes you complain about the boys rattling the dishes.
That's
about-
true. There's no place like a delicatessen for rattling dishes. Well, in other words, Elsie, you'd be glad if I didn't come in there at all. Is that what you're driving at? Just tell
No,
me, you know.
no, I wouldn't say that because
I can
you
go
know.
to the entree cafeteria. It's much cheaper across the street.
No, I like to see you, Groucho, because you're not cheap.
I'll take care of that the next time I go in. Well, Gene, let's get back to you. What about him? Is he a liberal tipper?
Not bad at all.
What do you mean by not bad?
Well, there is.
Let's say he had a check for $2. What does he leave under the chopped chicken liver, which obviously he doesn't eat?
Well, I think he'd leave $50.
$50. Well, that's a big tip, isn't it?
Average.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Gee, I've been leaving a dime for years, and I Gene, do you ever do any teaching? I know you don't run a school, but do you ever take any brilliant pupils and work with them?
Yeah, sometimes. Are you asking for yourself or for somebody else?
No, I'm a great dancer. I don't need any lessons.
Oh, I see.
Now, the fact is, when I found out you were going to be in the show tonight, I arranged to have a very talented little girl up there, hoping you could teach her a few steps. Now, would you be interested in a beautiful girl around 19?
Yeah, I think so.
No, the fact of the matter is, it's my daughter, Melinda. And, Melinda, come out here for a minute, huh? Quick, before he changes his mind. Hello, Melinda. How are you? Now, would you mind teaching her a few steps?
Well, I'd be very happy to,
Would you
Groucho.
need any music to
Yeah, a little,
But then you don't want this orchestra.
if you say so.
Well, I've heard them. I've had the disadvantage over you. What kind of music would you want?
Well, if you start off a little vamp will be all right, you know.
Just a vamp? Have you got a vamp over there you're not using, Jack?
An old one, you know.
An old vamp, huh?
All right, excuse me.
Melinda.
Melinda, your father tells me you can dance. Is that true? Well, we're going to find out right now because I'm going to test you out in a couple little things. Now, you follow me, all right? All right, now try this one. All right, now let's try this one. Would you like to give me lessons? I think you've been coaching your father on the side here.
She's actually 40, I forgot.
Oh, all right, there you go. Try this one.
What else would you like to do?
Well, it looks like you don't need me at all. Jack, little music for the young lady. May I join you?
Now, weren't they wonderful to make up a routine like that just on the spur of the moment? Actually, they've been rehearsing for about 3 years.
And it's been fun.
Gene is an old friend of mine, and he came on the show to dance with Melinda just as a favor to me. And I thought it was real cute.
Well, it was
Of
really
course-
a favor to me.
Yeah, and a favor to me, because I'm not exactly impartial, you know, in my appraisal of this. But I thought she did a real cute job.
Sure did.
Very much. Come here. You really smiled out now. Melinda, it was wonderful meeting you here tonight. I'm not sure that I'll ever see you again until you need help with your homework. So I think you know you got to go to school tomorrow. Now you go home and go to bed, and when I get there, I'll tuck you in and put the cat on your head where he usually sleeps. Okay? George, would you bring out the questions? What category have Elsie and Jean selected?
You selected cities of foreign countries, right? Mm-hmm. You want to play the game?
Yes, I think so.
We have 4 questions to make $500.
Go ahead. I'll see you.
$200.
For $200, here are the cities, Bergen and Trondheim. What's the country?
It's a very, very famous city, Bergen, during the Second World War.
The other city is Trondheim. You name the country.
I'll take a guess and say Austria.
No, you weren't even close. It was Norway.
Well, you have 3 more chances to make $500. Another $200.
For $200, here are the cities. Kazan City and Zamboanga. Z-A-M-B-O-A-N-G-A. And Q-U-E-Z-O-N, city. Kazan.
Philippines.
Right, Philippines. You played there.
Right, low Zamboanga is where I play.
You now have $200 and 2 more chances to make 5. Another $200 question.
Here are the cities, Belgrade and Zagreb, Z-A-G-R-E-B. What is the country?
Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia is right.
You now have $400. One more chance to make 5.
Yeah.
For $200.
Here are the cities, Pilsen and Prague. What is the country?
Prague is Czechoslovakia.
That is right. You don't even ask him anything.
And you wind up with $500, which means that you... $600, I beg your pardon.
$600, so you get a chance at the big money later on. Thanks for showing up, and thanks for teaching my daughter that dance.
It was a pleasure, Groucho.
George, here's the big question. Who's going to try for the big money?
L.C. Ziskin and Gene Nelson earned $600 in the quiz tonight, so they get a chance at the big money right now.
Well, congratulations, and pick a number for a total of $10,000. One of you pick a number. What's your lucky number when you shoot dice?
8.
Give him an 8.
Not when I shoot dice.
That's 8 from Decatur, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, what's your lucky number?
I'll take a lucky 7.
A lucky 7, yeah. All right, now one of you spin the wheel. And if any other number... Your numbers were 7 and 8, and it landed on 6. Well, this question is worth a total of $2,000. The ultimate in mountain climbing was reached in 1953 when 2 men stood on top of Mount Everest. One of these men was a Sherpa guide named Tenzing Norgay. For $2,000, who was the famous British climber who accompanied him to the top? His name was in headlines for weeks afterwards. And if you don't know, guess. What is the answer you two have decided upon?
Hillary.
Hillary is right, Sir Edmund Hillary. So you've won. You have the right answer, and it's a pretty tough question. And so you win a total of $2,000. And what are you going to do with all your money?
Well, I think I'll buy myself a new wardrobe, and whatever I have left over, I'll buy my husband a suit.
Oh, good. Why? Is he walking around in his underwear? What are you going to do with your swag, eh?
Well, I think I'll probably give half it to my favorite charity.
Oh, you mean Melinda?
Of course. Oh. And the other half I'll probably put in a fund for my son for...
How old is your son, Gene?
He's 12.
12. Oh, it's too bad. Melinda's 13 and a half, you know. Perhaps we could work out a dancing act between them. However, we can take it under consideration. We don't have to make a decision right this moment.
No.
Well, anyhow, congratulations and thanks for being with us. And the dance was just charming.
Thanks very much, Groucho.
Dorothy Love, and you're not married?
No.
And you're not married?
No, I'm not, Groucho.
I should think with a name like that, you'd be working on husband number 15 by this time.
Busy.
Are you married?
No, I'm not, Groucho.
Well, then I pronounce you man or what? First kiss her, and then you start handing over your paychecks. George, bring out the next contestant.
Dropping the gun a little bit, Mr. Moore.
I'm Dorothy. Where do you hail from?
Peoria, Illinois.
Peoria.
That's right,
That's a
down
big
on the
beer
river.
town. That's a big beer town.
That's
isn't
the
it?
biggest
And
industry
Ed, where
there.
are you from?
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Groucho. Also a beer town.
That's an even bigger beer town. Why, you two were made for each other. You've both been weaned on beer. All you have to do is get your heads together. I now pronounce you Schlitz and Budweiser.
This is so sudden. Is that what you
Yes,
said?
that's true, yes. Dorothy, do you have a job?
I teach at Hollywood High School and Fairfax High School in the adult education department.
What do you teach?
I teach speech improvement and speech arts in the fine art department to foreign born, adjusting them to the ways of
You're
America.
a dramatic coach, huh? In other
That
words?
too. But,
You teach the foreign born?
yes.
Did you ever hear of Leo Rustin?
Oh, yes.
He's
His
written a
books are
couple of books
wonderful.
about that very thing.
Only my people are like that, and they're funnier, and they're for real.
Do a lot of funny things happen in your
Oh.
schoolroom?
wonderfully funny. At least I think they're very.
Well, tell us about something.
They, for instance, one Christmas, the ladies decided that I had been single long enough, and so each one of them brought me a box with something black in it to lure myself a husband.
Well, why would a black box bring you...
Something in the box was black, and most of it was lingerie.
Oh, I see.
Odds and bits, you know, lingerie.
Well, I don't wear any myself.
You see, black underwear is supposed to have something to do with
It's supposed to be
allure.
symbolic.